Hey guys, welcome back to Moko Talks. My name is Moko, and today we have a new update regarding the whole Helldivers situation thing, where the managers, well, they basically put their foot in the mouth and they didn't know how to communicate well and a well thought sentence with the community to try to calm them down, and instead they managed to rile them up even further. So yesterday night, basically, or today morning for you guys, depends on where your region is. The community manager in question sent out a couple of, uh, well, how you could say, announcements regarding his initial idea or initial response to what he had said. And honestly, the guy admitted he made a mistake, and he finally handled it well. But in my opinion, it really took a talking to for him to do so. So let's check his responses, and then we can get back into it, shall we? So this is his first response yesterday, or disregard this the timing. So this was his initial response. As you can see, he started with in this is from the Helldivers alert, so it's the main account on Twitter. So internal discussions are ongoing about the mandatory linking change, and while I can't reveal details, the response from our dev teams has been pretty universally negative, and we're looking for better options. So this is the first thing he let out after the whole if you don't like it, well, tough for you, and if you don't feel like doing the account, well, that's your situation, your prerogative. Let's continue. So if a better solution isn't provided for players who are in regions without PSN coverage, I'm assured that we won't be making the requirement mandatory for those players. We're not going to force people to either break Sony TOS or not play the game. That's a very well thought out thing, but you're a community manager, you don't really have that power to do so, and it's all up to Sony at this point, which basically what every PlayStation PC player is saying. That changed the Steam announcement and the FAQ are all coming from Sony and not our team at AH. Now, this is something I need to reiterate in this video, which I have already stated this in my previous one. All statements that I'm making, everything I'm talking about, all the criticism, anger, complaints I'm throwing at, they are all going towards Sony and exclusively Sony, not the developers, not the community managers, unless I'm reacting to what they're saying, which was insanely bad at first, and not the developing team at Arrowhead. None of these people I'm directing my anger towards to, and it's solely on Sony, deservedly so. And this is where he apologized and changes his opinion. Yeah, I was completely unaware how many countries didn't have the ability to make a PSN account, and I made that statement. I deeply regret implying that it was so easy for everyone to just sign up and not have to worry about it. It's absolutely not our intention to force people to break Sony TOS or just not to play the game if they're in a restricted region. There needs to be a better solution. This is a good response to what happened before. That's how you do it. And there's also another response from him that's stemming from his initial statements. Now, this is something else he added in regard to his different response. He said, nobody should feel bad for me, to be honest. I let the negativity get under my skin and gave a few people an attitude. That's on me. I completely understand why people are upset at the required account linking. I'm not thrilled about it either, and my suggestion to people to change their reviews to negative was completely genuine. There are good and bad ways to express discontent, and coming after the devs and moderators in here isn't the solution and won't get this decision changed. People are emotional, and rightfully so many of them won't be able to play the game anymore. It sucks. I'm not trying to attack anyone for being displeased with the change. I'm just trying to protect my team from the backlash, so I jumped on the grenade. Now, I completely respect this guy for doing this. A lot of other community managers would have doubled down and come out way worse than the initial response. And I 100% salute this person for doing this. And I give credit where credit's due. When someone makes a mistake and apologize for it, I respect that person and give him his fair chance. But let's be honest, his initial response was very, very arrogant. It was coming from a place of disingenuity, and even if it took someone to give him a talking to, maybe someone from Arrowhead, some other community manager that told him to, hey, what you said there was wrong, him having to come back and say this proved that this person had grown a little bit from that period of time and really reflected on his mistakes. Now there's something else that's happening here. First of all, regarding the PSN lockout. So change purchase restricted countries regarding the PSN change. So all these countries you see in front of you, every single one of them, people who have Helldivers 2 have bought it or wanted to buy it cannot do so anymore because of the PSN account link mandatory option. Not mandatory option, requirement. So there you go. It happened. We told you about it. We said that it's going to happen. We were displeased because it was about to happen, and again and again and again, people think that PC players are complete dumbasses, that we don't know what we're talking about. We don't have the initial, we don't have the mental capacity to think, or we're not intelligent. This is not true. I do admit there is a minority of people who go on about and shout absolute ridiculous things, send death threats, and they are completely unhinged. Every community has these people. Depends on the majority in each community. In the PC community is insanely big. Okay, we are over. You can count over 15 million people who are PC gamers. Okay, and from these 15 million, you get like 100,000 that are completely unhinged. Like these people, you can just ignore and not give them any kind of attention, and they will go away. But to us that keeps saying it, like, listen, if you do this, this will happen. If you do that, that will happen. Just listen to us because we know what we're talking about. It had happened to us before, and it's a pattern and a trend that we're noticing time and time again on other consoles and other media, and that publishers, developers, community managers, even other community, that they do not understand that we know what we're talking about. Now, all right, let's just let me switch here. At the end of the day, Helldivers 2 is, for me personally, done. It was a nice time. I had really fun playing this game. Honestly, I had a lot of fun. It's an amazing concept, and I really wish that I didn't have to let it go. But I uninstalled the game. I'm asking for a refund. Some people are asking for refunds, are actually getting it. Others aren't, so we will see what would happen. But yeah, that's it for me regarding this game. To be honest, it's done. It's over. As soon as Sony PlayStation wanted to put hands on it and manipulate the numbers so it looks good for other shareholders at the end of the financial year or the financial quarter, whichever one they use, then they don't get to take my data. I'm sorry. Like, it's such an incredible inconvenience to us, because you have to understand that PSN is not the same as EA's Origins launcher. It's not the same as Ubisoft's Ubisoft Connect. It's not the same as Take-Two. It's not the same. It is not the same. In certain countries, example like the UK, you need to give them your government ID and your face picture, your facial fingerprint, your facial print. That is a huge infringement on your personality and your private data. How can you compare these two when the other ones will literally just ask you for your email address and that's it? And the thing is, why PlayStation is not the first choice people would go to when they want to play video games. At most time, people like me basically enter early 30s, late 20s, etc. Because we want to have the choice and not want to be tied down to a single console or a single platform. You know, most of us use Steam because it's literally the best. It has everything you need. You don't need all other launchers. You don't need other accounts. You just need Steam and you're good to go. Hey, if Valve is taking it, Valve has been proven itself as a trusted company, and we just give our information, which is basically just an email address. And that's it. They don't request any other thing further than that. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's been my update for today. There may be some changes happening to this whole announcement. I'm not sure. We'll just stay tuned and keep you guys posted. Ciao for now. Bye bye.